Check. 1 2 1 2. Shout out to everybody here on the live. This is your quick morning update. I'm going to break it down for you. Bitcoin absolutely ripping here, getting out of control. And babe, I'm live right now. I love you. All right, shout out to everybody here. Let me jump on into Bitcoin. This is just your morning update. I'm just doing it live because why not? Let's have some fun. Let's talk about the bot, man. The bot destroying it, right? The bot doing damage. And if you want access to the bot, go to Minotaur Trading Systems in my link below. Jump on in, hit that link. Bang, bang, bang. And then it sold these 3 positions. Then it got in here, got out there. Then it got in here. And you know what's interesting is it entered along here and then it exited along right there. So it took 1, took 2, took 1, took 2. It sold the top last night. Are you kidding me? Like, nobody's bot's better than my bot, man. Or their bot, the bot that we work with. This thing is insane. And, I mean, it's worth every single penny. Anyway, I just can't believe it. I'm not even here to talk about the bot, but I just couldn't believe it. It was the first thing I saw when I woke up this morning, the bot just damaging the market while I'm sitting there in bed. I'm in bed all night. I don't have to worry about the top. The bot's going to take care of that. And again, I can out-trade the bot. It doesn't completely supplement my trading, but what it does is adds to what I'm already doing. It adds to what I'm already seeing. It adds to how the market is flowing, right? So, wow, we had a blow off top there. I mean, it feels like a top, but it was 123,009. We did not hit the previous high, but man. And I took this is the link to the previous poll that I had here, and it said that's kind of right where we were going out of this flag to the upside. You could see the measured move here. And I gave this flag to my trading group right here. I ended up getting stopped out like somewhere maybe. I think I got in here and I got stopped out like right around here or something, or maybe in there. I can't explain. I don't remember exactly what happened because I can barely remember, but man, it's been insane. Let's do our top-down analysis. Shout out to everybody out here, and let's just kind of break down Bitcoin for you like we do every single day. God bless all the lifers and everybody out here. It's beautiful here in Singapore. It is 8:50 in the morning, and I know you guys are just ending your night. I want to do the daily close for you on the East Coast, in America, and around the world. I just kind of want to reset us like we always do and get it done. Sam, active duty in Army, you've been watching for over 4 years. I just wanted to say I appreciate you, and God is good. God bless you, man. I run the stream like a military operation, so I hope you can actually, I think you can feel that, right? Like, if you've been in the military and you watch me, there's got to be a connection, because we don't miss. We don't stop. We push, and there's no excuses, just like in the military. Like, you don't go and say, oh, you don't cry. There's no one to whine to. You get on your butt and you get it going. That's it. Like, you get off your butt and you get going. That's it. Like, that's it. That's it. Like, there's no second thought when you're in the military. There's a second thought in the military, guess what? You can die. You know what I mean? I don't mean to be crazy, but that's the truth. Facts, right? So, blessed don't bless, man. I was just about to go to bed. Not now, baby. Not now. Now you up all night long. Let's break it down. Let's show you my top-down analysis right now. Looks like Bitcoin may be getting a bit of a pump here to the upside. I mean, this is a bit of a flag, no? And it's not perfect, and it looks, I don't know, it has some descending triangle vibes now. Just a few minutes, like maybe 20 minutes ago, it was a little nicer. But it still is a consolidated flag, and almost anything can happen when you're in this type of bullishness, when the whole world wishes they bought Bitcoin below 100,000 and they didn't. Shout out to anyone that bought Bitcoin with me. 15,000, 19, or 15, actually I got like 16.1. My 15.6 order didn't hit, but around 16, 17, 19, 20, 25K. You saw me load up at 35, 52, 57. You saw me load up at 70. I said this could be the last chance we ever get below 100K. You saw me load up at 104. Remember that 104 when I bought like tons of Bitcoin? Man, 112. Like, this is it. These are the times to be alive. Altcoins are beginning to fly. You're going to start seeing some altcoins. We're going to check some alts. Also, I want you guys to give me some super chats or just let me know what coins you're talking about in the chat. 6K, Renee. Oh, I bought Bitcoin at $1,000. I 100x'd my Bitcoins. I've 120x my Bitcoin investment, and I never sold a dime. Never sold a dime. Like, insane. Insane. Like, most people, I don't know how. You know why? I believe Bitcoin was sound money. I didn't think I was making an investment. I was on the right side of history with sound money. So I wasn't going to sell sound money for something that wasn't sound. It didn't make sense. I had already converted myself into sound money. Why would I go anywhere else? It didn't make any sense. There's a reason I'm in Singapore. There's a reason I'm traveling the world, because I kept my mind disciplined and I focused when everyone else was playing games. And if you want to get into a lifestyle that I'm living and you want to do something with your life, then come on, show up every single day and make it happen with me. And stop making excuses, because you got this. I teach this class the last Saturday of every month. I'm going to show you how I made all these gains this week while I was in Singapore. I made more money than most people at home who were working while I was traveling the world, and you can do it too. And I don't mean to brag. I want to let you know that all these things are possible. There's a beautiful world out there for each and every one of us. Thank you to the new subscriber. Really appreciate that. And if you want to send a super chat, right, what's really cool is we have a nice widget here. And on that widget, you're going to actually send a little ball into the jar, right? This jar right here. So send a ball into the jar, have some fun, see how it happens, and blessed, right? Oh, one last thing too. Shout out to my mom and dad right here. I always keep them on the screen every single time. Well, I want to kind of center that the right way there. But God bless my mom and dad. They're awesome. They're both passed, but they're looking down on me in heaven, and they're seeing me travel the world, and they know that their son loves the world and loves the people that are in it. And what a blessing it is to be alive. Let's do our top-down analysis for Bitcoin. Let me kind of bring up the mic a little bit so you can hear me better, right? I want to make sure you can really get involved here and hear what's going on. You know, I have a feeling this is going to Adam and Eve, okay? I have a feeling you're going to see a bit of an Adam and Eve here and blast to the upside. I could be wrong. It is starting to kind of roll over, and we may get a big dip. But there's a lot of FOMO right here on a weekend, and there's people kind of who you know, were up all night, didn't pay attention. There could be some massive gains coming. I'm going to take a look here for Futures Pro. Rewards, coupons, and trading vouchers and other promotions don't apply yet, okay? But they will soon. But for limit yourselves, this is Futures Pro on BTCC. They redid their entire exchange. All right, they redid how they did it. They redid all this awesome stuff. So I'm like, wow, I'm excited here to see what's happened. Right? Transferable zero. I guess you have to find, I know I have assets in here. So you have 46,000 in assets. I got to make the transfer right now. I see an inverted head and shoulder. So I want to go from the wallet account, right, to Futures Account Pro, okay? And then I'm going to want to go to, like, you know, let's put in about, I like a nice $5,000 to kind of start off with here, and we're going to hit confirm on that button. Transfer successful, go to Futures Pro Trading, right? They redid this. I said, you know what? We need to revamp the way we do things. I want to see what we can, you know, and look, I see a bit of an inverted head and shoulder. This is BTCC, one of the oldest exchanges in the game. What is that 178,005? What is that, a prize pool that's cooking right now? Referral challenge. JJ invites you to the game. Compete for 175,000 USD rewards if you want to jump on in with me and trade my link. So hit that link. Rewards are coming, all right, to the crypto lifers. I love the BTCC exchange. Today we're going to be hanging out with them at F1. So that's going to be pretty awesome. I'm excited for that. I've never been to something like that. It's amazing. So I'm going to do my top-down analysis, but I kind of want to get into that trade. It does look like it's going to roll over. Like, I got a descending triangle vibe here. I just got to be honest with everybody, right? We can't lie to ourselves just because we want something to be a certain way. Okay? We just can't. Like, and you know, this kind of does say we could go down. What I want to see is all right. Say I just wanted to see if I were to make a trade. I haven't been on Futures Pro yet, but say I wanted to go to 124,800, right? I think I'm on like 124. Yeah, I don't know why I can't type in right now. So, something weird there. See? And oh, there we go. Am I on numlock? Sometimes I'm on numlock. Yeah, I'm on numlock. Can't stand numlock. You ever get faked out by numlock? No one talks about it, right? Nobody talks about numlock. But how many times have you been sitting there like, dang it, I'm on numlock, right? You know what I mean? It's so funny. Let's go to 121,487. All right. And then you kind of drag and drop to see what's going to happen here in the trade, right? The margin, the available position size, all right? Now, you can see your margin, available position size, and your liquidation, right? Estimated liquidation price. Now, what I'd like to see on BTCC is I'm still not getting what I desire. Okay, so until that, like, I'm going to have to push back. I really need to see this. Like, when I make a move on an exchange, I don't have time on futures to play games. All right. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. And that's down. I took a trade last night. I was like, why not? I'm up 17,000. I threw a trade at it. Went to bed. But when I make a trade on an exchange, I want to see that I'm going up to like 124,800. I want to see what I'm making, 140 per percent. You know what I mean? Or you can do the P&L, right? So, but I want to see how much I'm going to make on the trade, okay? You see what I'm saying? 992. Then I want to see how much the stop loss. I want to see that immediately. So I got to see that here. Like, I'm not seeing it. So very important that when I make this move here, I can see those, you know, where are they? I can't see how much I'm losing and how much I'm winning. So we got to tweak that. Like, and maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I don't know. It's not, I'm not seeing that. And when I make a trade fast, I got to see that. Like right now, I'm about to, let's make a scalp real quick. Like, this is why I really, if I'm in a huge like prices ripping, I go right to BitConnect. You know what I mean? Because whenever I've been in a jam and things are fast, BitConnect and Weeks actually, and MEXC, but you know, BitConnect also just has this fast reaction. Okay, the fees may be higher, right? That's kind of the trade-off here when it comes to BitConnect. But I just want to kind of go over all these different ideas and why certain exchanges. So look, when I hit this take profit button and I type in 124,800, I got to see, all right, and I put in what I'm putting in. I got to see what I'm going to win or what I'm going to lose immediately. Immediately. That's an algorithm that's going to do the math for me. I got to have that. If I don't have that, I'm going to lose confidence in getting in the trade. I have to think too quick. I don't want a lot of stuff going on in my mind. Understand? I can't have 1,000 thoughts. I'm executing at a high rate with tons of money. I can't be playing games. You know what I mean? So like right now on BitConnect, this looks beautiful to me. So like, let me show you the trade here on BitConnect. Actually, I'm going to go to Weeks because Weeks is my baby, but I'm also on internet, you know what I mean, in a hotel. So it's like, it's a little different. But so I love BTCC, but I've been really saying that like every time I got to see this percentage. I got to see it, right? I got to see how much I'm using on my margin, which is fine. This is all here. I'm trying to see if it's there. I don't see it. And then I don't see an advanced button either, right? So if I can't see that information, I'm going to have to sit there and make the calculation myself. I don't have the time for that. I just don't have the time for that. So we got to, that has to be implemented as soon as humanly possible for me to be able to execute at a high level. All right. I just have to say that. And I'm the nicest guy in the world. I got to tell you exactly, you know, I love BTC because you can trade all these different exchanges. They've been around a long time, right? And they're actually going to vamp up a lot coming up in the next year. I think they're going to really listen to everything that we're saying, and they're going to turn it into an amazing product. Like, I know that, actually. I have faith in it. That's why I'm just like, okay, let's go. You know, let's go. So look, say I want to trade this right now. It's a little sketchy, but say I want to take a shot. I don't, you know, I'm like, you know what? I want to take a shot. What if they play games, you know? And I already have that week's trade open. So I'm going to risk $1,000 to see if we can get to another all-time high. You know what I mean? Why not? You made 17, risk 1,000 to see if you can get out. That's me. You do whatever makes you happy. I can't tell you what to do with your money. I never will. All right? I'm not a financial advisor. I don't sit down and go over portfolios. I don't do that. All right? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to help you find your way on your own by educating you and teaching you how to get down. So look, 120,658 would be the target, would be, right? And bang. And then I see here, right? I go 1,000 for 366. You know what I mean? And that makes sense to me, right? Immediately. Okay? 400 for 1333. And I hit it. Boom, right? Now I can just adjust this slightly, get my limit clipped, and I'm in the trade with a bling, right? Now my liquidation is higher than my stop loss. I should have looked at that, so I'll raise it up a little bit. All right, there you go, 171 now. And it's a better risk-reward ratio. I can't lose a lot for $1,000. Now, if we take the big move, I clip it. And I get to show you get to show your girlfriend that you made the gains. If not, you lose a small amount. You should know your risk management and understand what you're in. I'm only using $400. Even if I got liquidated, I'd be okay. Compared to, even if I lost both these trades for $1,500 at the most, it'd be fine. You have to understand your risk and be okay with your risk. All right? Anyway, and the bots already paid me again too. So like on top of my wins, the bots also made massive gains. So I have no stress. Understand? All right, moving forward. But you can see why I execute, why it's so important that algorithmic change happens on the futures exchange when I'm moving that dial. Because I don't have the time to sit there and play that game. And I need to know those numbers immediately, right? And it's very important. Like that, to me, is the biggest part of trading on an exchange, is seeing this P&L at the speed of light. If I can see that, I can execute. If I can't see that, I have a problem executing. It's going to be a little tougher to me, all right? This kind of had an inverted head and shoulder, but now it's been going sideways, and we're going to break that down in a second. I'm going to show you what's likely going to happen to Bitcoin today based on what I see in the markets, all right? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the daily close that just occurred on Friday night, right? Because we just had the daily close. It was just Friday, so let's take a look. So we opened at 120,529. The high was 123,894 and 99 cents. The low was 119,248 and 30 cents. And the candle closed at 122,232, up $1,702 on the day, 1.41%. And look, 3 white soldiers, 1, 2, 3, and I gave you this bottom. You guys know I did. I gave you this bottom. It was absolutely beautiful. I actually gave you this bottom too. Unbelievable. And then I even gave you this fall over because we saw the head and shoulder in the descending triangle. It's insane, man. Anyway, this is a bit of a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. You can see what looks to me like an inverted. They did this a lot recently. They did this kind of very strange, like they changed the market structure. But to me, once you go back below, just X this out like it never happened and trade this exactly like an inverted head and shoulder yet again. And then you can see it did exactly what it was supposed to do. On top of all this is why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy, right? But if you go here with your shaded arc and you see that we've got this beautiful cup and handle, and that handle was slightly higher than the previous bottom, and that's a cup and handle to the upside, and that blasted. That's the double bottom we talked about on the daily. That daily double bottom also has a measured move to a new all-time high, and these are just the facts. We're not making stuff up. We're not juicing you. We're just telling you this is exactly what's supposed to happen based on the charts. And this is what I do every single day. I don't play games. I don't mess around. This is what we do every single day. All right? Hold on. Am I even on? I can't see something. Hold on one second. All right. I thought maybe the audio wasn't on and nobody had heard me this whole time. I've done that before. Talked for 20 minutes. People have no idea what I'm saying. This guy says, I ain't showing my girlfriend. You're funny, man. Yeah. Check out Huddle Harmony, everyone. Get Alpha in chart. What? What? All right. Somebody asked for Zebek, please. Thank you for going live. Pleasant surprise. Anytime, man. Anytime. I love you guys. This is important. It's the daily close after a massive pump. People are wondering what's happening. They want to look for their mentor. They want to look for a leader. This is the time to show up. It's 8:40 in the morning. I don't care. I don't care if I'm across the world. I'm going to do what I got to do for the people that signed up to my trading group, the people that hit the subscribe button, the people that want to change their lives. I'm not going to disappear 7 days a week, baby. I feel so alive. I like this track. And I usually don't let like words, but man, let's vibe for a second, man. It's okay. We can vibe. Like, we can listen to some music. Everyone's like, oh, it's not the charts right now. I got to get out of here. Man, come on. You can listen to some music. You can get into the good vibes. Yeah, baby. Yeah. All right. I feel so alive, man. So let's break it down. Let's see what we see happening and what's likely going to happen, all right? Alive. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Next track. Oh, this is the this is the instrumental. I like it. All right, so cool. So here we go. Make sure I'm not too loud on that music, but I want to make sure you're vibing today. I want to make sure you're vibing. All right. I play the original music in my stream. Love vibing. Amen. Sam, when are you going to see a life record? I don't know, man. I think that's the only rave club song that you like that has lyrics. That's the only one that has lyrics that you like, brother. I've noticed that for months, man. Amen. Right now, I'm just glad to be hearing a crypto conversation besides people asking me when we're going to be rich, man. Hey, man, it's about building long term. It took me 17 years to make my first $1 million. It's not easy. You know, it's not easy at all. So you build something beautiful, you keep going, and it's not about the money. It's about building. And it's about how far you can take it, as far as, you know. So look, let's break it down. So the daily close was awesome, but it had a tail top. And that could also, you know, that could be a lower high right there from this area. I mean, you just got to be honest. And it can also be a bit of a double top. You got to be open-minded here. Like, you know, it's kind of a bit of a double top here for Bitcoin. Like, could we come back down? And could we end up down here? Like, you got to be open-minded that things aren't going to be perfect. You got to always see it from different ways and different perspectives. All right? You got to see it from different perspectives. But look, this trade's up 2%, and I have to be honest, there's a lot of people feeding for Bitcoin. So I just made a live trade, in case you didn't know. We entered here, right here where we're at. Stop loss that I decided to use right now is at about 121.597. If you did the risk way better than me, you should have managed it a little better, and your stop loss should be somewhere between 127.50. But again, that's if you like the math. The way I did it, it's up to you. And then 126,359 is the target, and that's a 3.29 risk-reward ratio here on BitConnect. Shout out to BitConnect for always giving us a beautiful user exchange that rips and does damage. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. And I'm telling you right now, BTC is gonna take storm. I have a lot of faith in them. I really, really, really love the exchange. So I'm still gonna be trading the NASDAQ there all the time. I'm still gonna be getting in and making it happen. So what I do is I go to futures, all right? And I'm gonna have to tell them to put this in because, like, you know, and here this is fine, right? I go to my quantity, I set my stop loss, bang, and I say 124.800, and then I say I'm gonna get stopped out at like 120. Let's just say 750. I just want to do this for now, right? And then I'm gonna drag in, and then I'm gonna hit advance, and advance is gonna show me 227 for 1300. This is great. This is perfect. You know, I'd like it quick right there. I have to make one more button, but it's okay. And then I can hit confirm, and then I can go. But for the most part, it's, you know, I'd like to see that quicker. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, bang, bang, bang. And I just feel like you guys had to see what's happening, man. You guys got bewildered. Last night it ripped. You wake up, it's about to have the candle close. You're wondering what's happening, and I'm disappearing. So I wanted to make sure I showed up and banged it out, you know? So let's take a look at the weekly and see what's happening here on the weekly too as well. And have some fun here. All right. Actually, I'm going to take it all the way from the top down. I might even look at the 3-month chart, honestly. Let's take a look at this 3-month. So the 3-month, to me, could be in a rising wedge that just broke out. Like, let's be honest here. It broke trend. That's what it is. And then it has this chubby move here. So the 3-month chart suggests we go to $176,000. I think this is the first time I've kind of shown something of this nature. The biggest 3-month candle in the history of Bitcoin. We're about to actually be take out the high too. 3-month chart looks very, very bullish. The 2-month chart looks extremely bullish. Like, let's be honest. I want to see how much we can get out of which way this is going to go. Maybe something like this. And could we head all the way up to like 176,195? It's very, very possible. How high do you think BTC will go before we see it nuke? Me too. Make it happen, Sammy. Very early, great future. Yeah. So we got to get all the way up here to 176,777s. We do. You know what I mean? That's saying we can get there, baby. Let's take a look at the monthly. And the monthly, man, the biggest monthly candle close in history will come if we can stay above this key level. So what I'm looking at is this rising wedge on the monthly. And to me, it's just about to breach that trend line. Like, very, very close. Okay? Extremely. And then let's put in our support of resistance here on the monthly. Remember, I am the technical analyst your favorite technical analyst loves to watch. I'm the YouTuber your favorite YouTuber loves to see. Every one of your favorite YouTubers you've ever watched, they watch me. You know what I mean? I'm telling you. I know. It sounds insane, but it's true. I'm the YouTuber your favorite YouTuber loves to watch, man. You'll see them. They're all in here on the chat. Everybody from around the world, man, because we never stop, and everybody loves someone who's consistent. We put the industry on our back, man. Like 50 put hip-hop on his back. I put the industry on my back, baby. I carry crypto all around the world. I spread crypto all around the world, from Dubai to Singapore to Boston to New York to Florida to California to Las Vegas to Madagascar to the Philippines. Man, we are worldwide. International Sammy over here. You can't stop the heat. We coming for you. 171,950 for Bitcoin on the monthly. So we're starting to see these key levels here begin to form. And actually, I would drag this wick to wick. I really would. That's the algorithmic measured move, because that's the range that the bot can find. And if the bot can find that range, it'll attempt to do it. And that's what we're going to see is 188,000. I keep getting somewhere between 180 and 190,000. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to Tony. I like Sam, Steve, and MM Crypto, all my go-to guys, man. I don't know who Steve is. Oh, yeah, Steve. Yeah, Crypto. Yeah, he's cool. But you don't need any of those people. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just, you're the man with the plan. That's good to bring us to the promised land, my brother. Every time, man. I ain't going to lose. So if you stick with me, there's a good chance you're going to win, man, because I'm not going to lose. You know? I'm not. It's not happening. Not in my reality. That just doesn't exist, and so it doesn't. I've formed my reality. I've basically collapsed space and time with my consciousness so that reality has to form into the thought that I created. You understand? This is Freemasonry, like 33-degree logic. Like, this is the law of detachment. You know, and again, I'm not a Freemason, but I have understood some of their underlining principles, and I don't have to get into that, because what they're using is another science underneath the science, right? Sacred geometry, all sorts of other stuff. And again, I won't get into the occult right now, and I am a firm believer of God. I just want to let you know, and I don't think I would ever go in if they try to bring me in. But I did study them for a long time, and I understood energy. I understood what was happening with frequency, and I was able to kind of tap into a higher level of consciousness that was able to produce a reality in which I desire to live in. And so I can help you get there if you want. If that sounded like gibberish to you, then I can't help you. But if you heard everything like that and it got you excited and knew that you were on a path, and this is where you want to be, I teach subconscious mind healing as well as the trading, so it's not just one thing here. Because to be a good trader, we have to get your mind going. Machine Gun Sammy over here, all day long, man. Shout out to Jackson Crawford in the house. So let's take a look at this weekly. We had a trend line for sure that just broke, okay? And we had this like symmetrical triangle that boosted to the upside. Pretty big wick though, I'm not a fan, you know, but hey. And I'm also talking like this, like we kind of still, in my humble opinion, kind of left the pattern. But on the bigger time frames, I'll still rock that trend line. I don't like how we skipped this. I'm not a fan of doing that. I like to be true to the next area that you should be touching. You know what I mean? Like when you skip an area like that, you can start playing games with your chart. So that is a little sketchy for me, okay? That's a little sketchy for me. I'm a musician. Frequency is everything. 100%. I'm a musician too. I play 3 instruments, bro. I play the piano, the clarinet, and the guitar, you know? Not as much as I used to, but I can play all 3 instruments. I could probably play some other ones too, man. Harmonica. You guys see me hit the harmonica. I love music. Anyone who has creativity and high frequency in their mind can play music. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people who say, oh, I can't play music. Yes, you can. Every single person here can play music, man. Just tell yourself you can, grab it, and start doing it. Watch a few videos on YouTube and let yourself free. You can do anything you put your mind to. Stop telling yourself you can't do anything. That's a bunch of gibberish. You can do any single thing you put your mind to. There's no reason you can't. And I'm a firm believer, and I'm someone you see what I do with my life. So don't make excuses anymore. It's time to kind of push yourself to the next limit. All right, so this doesn't look as well on the weekly, but you can see we did break out on that weekly. And this is another thing about trading. You have to understand how to formulate different ideas on different time frames, how they mesh together, and how to get in and out. All right? Shout out to Nikki P, man. I love you, brother. I'm Sammy P, so we got something in common right there. Clarinet and alto sax over here. I know you're getting it in Tana Montana over here. Hey, you better come over and play the sax for me next week then. Serenade me after the stream, all right? While I sit there and suntan. I'll pay you to play the saxophone in the background. You know what I mean? I seriously will if you want to come over and do that. I will pay you to pay the sax. Seriously, we'll have you do it on the live too. You know what I mean? Why not? So we see the bigger area where we're going, and now we kind of see, you know, and we've had a massive surge. Okay, we've had a massive surge. Bullish engulfing candles. Everything has gone our way. Now what? You know, people are weary. People are stressed. People don't know what's going to happen. What's about to go on? Well, let's break it down. The 5 days indecision, but let's be honest. The 5-day just broke above 5-day resistance at $120,000. The 3-day chart. The 3-day chart broke above resistance at $120,000. We'll take it. And the daily broke above our resistance right there at $120,000, right? $120,400 is it? No, yeah, $120,100. Let me see exactly what the level on the daily is, because I think I'm a little low. Yeah, right there. Let me be a little more precise with the adjustment, and bang. And so here's the deal. Let's flip on those moving averages and take a look at what's happening here. So we're a little too far away from the 21-day moving average on the daily. You know, and I thought that here and here and here, and we're starting to get a little bit extended. And you would say, you know, it's likely we come back down to a 618 Fibonacci retracement, right? Somewhere there, I would actually go with this candle uproar. Just even though I have that wick, it just boom. I could see us come right back down to retest maybe 117.6 or even 120,000. It might even just be 4 or 5 days. And also, if we're very bullish, we may go sideways. But to me, this is the sideways price action you're looking for alt season. This is it. Bitcoin kind of made a large statement here, and it's telling you that it didn't break down. Like that rising wedge didn't break down, you know. We could end up meeting it like this. This could be highly aggressive. It is more likely we come down and meet it here, but whenever you're away for the 21-day moving average, right here you pumped up, you came back to it. Right here you pumped up, you came back to it. Right here you pumped up, you came back to it. Right here you pumped up, back to the 21, back to the 21, back to the 21, back to the 21. Okay, you dump away, back to the 21. You dump away, back to the 21. You dump up, back to the 21. Repeat after me. Back to the 21, 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 back to the 21. Stop chasing when you're that far away. She eats linguiça. Oh my gosh. What's going on over here? You guys are crazy, man. Shout out to Crypto Portuguese. You know who I met last night? I met Trader Reality, man. Very nice guy. Love that dude, man. Tito, bro. Awesome guy. Me and him hit it off immediately. Laughing. We just laughing, man. Great guy. Great guy. He's funny, man. I love the dude, man. Good dude. He's a good dude. He's out there every single day. He ain't playing games. Shout out to Traders Reality, man. I love you, man. Just an awesome guy. Seriously. You guys know him. I know him. Like, all the whole industry knows him. Really good dude. I put him up on my X last night. We took a picture together. Epic times, man. I'm meeting everybody in the industry. Hasn't been a person I haven't met at this point, right? Tom Crown, Jason Casper, Crypto Face, you know, Tito, all the big boys. We all know each other. All the big bosses know each other in the game, baby. I love it, man. King of kings, man. Boss of bosses. So, yeah, this looks like some type of flag here, right, on the daily. It just looks likely to me. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. Tino, man. Tino makes Mr. Potato Head jelly, man. You guys are funny, man. I don't care. Man, he's a handsome dog. He's a handsome. Some people can, that's how they rock it, man. He looks good, man. He grew the beard. He's jacked, too. He said he got small, but he was jacked, bro. You ain't messing with Tino. You ain't messing with Tino, man. Seriously. Can you LOL at order? I don't know what that means. Like, can you LOL at order? Like, what does that mean? Thank God for the lifer, bro. I'm on a short on Arrow with 30% because of the 21 MA. I love it, man. I love it. I love it. And so, you know, there's a chance that Bitcoin does break out. Look, I'm down. I'm underwater right now. It's okay. It's okay. I threw it out last night at the end of the night. I'd actually made $500 too, so it's all right. Oh, yeah, show card. All right, man. Actually, that looks bearish. That looks so bearish right now. That looks horrible, right? Looks like it's going to dump. It lost the 200 moving average on the 1 minute time frame. We had a huge frenzy last night too as well. I may get stopped out there. It doesn't look amazing. I put myself up to the wick. Gotta be honest, it doesn't look hot for today. Like, I just, you know, from my perspective. And you're like, but you're in a long, Sam, I know, but it just doesn't look good. You have to understand, I make tons of money longing, and at the end of longs, I tend to kind of just like put a little more long at the end. That's just how I do, and then I usually get stopped out. And then it's just rare. I don't like to short the macro bull market. It's just, you know what I mean? At any moment, this thing could foam out of control too, and I know that. So I'm like in between on what could really happen. You see what I'm saying? Because we're in overly extended bullishness, and I've seen that behavior before. So because I got that trader instinct on me, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit there. Just like when that bear flag was out there and I went long, right? Hello, Sammy, live from Daytona, baby. Right? Hey, Sam, can you check on Apian Coin? Never heard of it. Yeah. Let's take a look at the super chat. Someone super chatted me here. Can you LOL at order? I have no idea what that means. God bless you, though. Yeah. Maybe I'm just not new to the new hip words. I don't know what these kids are saying these days. Can you LOL at order? Can you laugh at it order? I don't know what he's saying. Yeah. Look at Farcoin about to break up 40% upside. Maybe you're in it and you want it to pump. I don't know. You know what I mean? I question your motives. Is the type of dude to look out the window and then go outside and look in the window to see both sides of the story. Yo, my man's, he's giving Vegas Claw some of his own medicine. I like it. That's funny. You did good, actually. That was like really well done. Let's take a look at the 22-hour time frame. Yeah, but you're getting the golden cross, 21 crossing. It looks to me like you're going to get a slow bleed down, somewhere to 121, 120K. Some type of flag action here on the bigger time frames. You're just too far from the 21-day moving average on the 12-hour. Too far from the 21 on the 8-hour. The 4-hour ain't bad, though. It's starting to creep up pretty close. So, like, I would look at this, honestly. I'm going to get off that daily projection. I would use the 4 hour to project. The 4 hour's been holding me down. Like last night, that flag played out beautifully. So like I would look for the 4 hour to make a bit of a flag here. It just looks likely, right? Now there's a chance it starts to rip. You never know. But the odds are very likely here that this goes like this. And that we pump further to the upside. 127,148, something like that. Right? That's what I'm looking for. We touched the 21. Also, you have to be wary, right? My mind just said, watch out, Sam. Could be a shoulder ahead and a right shoulder to the downside. Okay? So that's important. You want to see this move. That's very, very important, right? XEN is doing what it does, which is tease. Yeah, that's all it does for a long, long time. Come on, Sammy. You're the youngest, hippest dude here, my guy. I hope so. I hope so, man. I hope so. And look at what we did with it. So, yeah. And then again, because there's so much bullish in the air, you never know. Right? But yeah, you're starting to, that channel's starting to collapse. So I would look for the 4 hour to come back to the 21-day moving average. You know, look for the 15-minute. Yeah, it lost the 200. And then when you look at the smaller time frames, it does look more like a descending triangle that's beginning to break down. See? When you have a flat bottom and a descending top, that tends to break down 90% of the time. So why are you in a long, Sam? Because I'm just nuts. Like, I just overtrade long, and I hit massive gains. You know what I mean? If I didn't overtrade long, I wouldn't hit the gains I hit already. And there's a lot of times when people go against the grain, and they get flattened, and I don't, right? And when I do lose, it's not a lot. I know exactly what I'm going to lose. I have it all planned out, right? This does look bearish to me. I have to be honest with everybody. But there's a chance we get an Adam and Eve here, and we do kind of come on out. But the odds are lower that we don't. You're below the 200 moving average on the 15. You're below the 200 moving average. You're attempting to come down there on the 5. This measured move would be the length of the base of this. That makes perfect sense, and that would take you somewhere back down to $119,000. So I'd like to see the dump. It would be cool if we could hold the 5-minute 200 moving average, stay above that previous support and resistance at 121. So I got some mixed signals this morning. I have to be honest. On a lower volume Saturday after a massive pump, it could go either way, but I am leaning to the downside. But I'm going to keep my longs open just because you never know. So I'm willing to risk it, and I'm not really fiending to short the market. It's just not my thing. It's not what I do. You know, I'd be looking to DCA into some of the hottest coins right now. That's what I'd be doing. But anyway, so needs a pullback. I mean, nothing is needed, but it's likely. It is likely if you short the market today with a stop above 122.5, you're going to win. I'm going against my technical analysis. The TA says to short the market. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I made a massive amount. I chased last night and made gains. So before I went to bed, I said, what if they just rip it? I said, you know what? I'll risk $1,000. And I went to sleep. And I woke up 571. You know what I mean? I don't mind. Link $100 before end of the year. I mean, that would be amazing. You guys know I put 100K in chain link, so that would be a big deal. It really would be. Anyway, we got to go to breakfast. I got to jump on out of here. I just wanted to give you guys your top, you know, your analysis here. Someone said, look at order, like orderly, right? The orderly network, man. And orderly looks good to me. Like, let me show you what I'm seeing here for orderly. So last time we looked at orderly, it was hot. And now, like, orderly's in that same kind of descending triangle Bitcoin in, but it seems like it's lifting itself out. Bitcoin seems to be lifting itself down. You know, because look, yeah, that's more of a bull flag. It looks like orderly's about to take off, I'll be honest. And it's a perpetual DEX, man. People love this thing. And we put this out when the price market cap was $79 million. It's probably 141 now, right? Orderly. And we knew it because perpetual DEXs were big. We saw Astra and Advantis, and then we looked for the smaller market cap thing that was next in line. We have lighter coming up too. We have orderly. You got to understand this is the narrative. You'll pick up on the narrative fast if you pay attention. Look, 114 million on the market cap. It's a big deal for orderly. All right? It's a big deal. So, you know, that looks hot to me. And it's already kind of peaking out with low volume there. I mean, in a curving stochastics RSI. This thing is hot. This may be the trade of the day. Because people are going to start trading a bunch of altcoins now too as they get ready. And that's going to create volume. That volume could perpetuate. Get it? Perpetuate? Perpetual? I thought you'd like that. So anyway, 5 risk-reward ratio. And again, Bitcoin could dump and take you down. Always have proper risk management. A lot of people are going to chase today, and they're not going to believe that anything could go either way, right? Sammy, the man, enjoy your time at the Grand Prix. It's an awesome experience to be at the grid start on Sunday to hear them cars roar. Thank you, Rocket Man. How do you know all this? How do you people all know all this stuff, man? So I'm going to put Orderly in the group as the chart. It looks like the chart of the day, man. It looks like the chart of the day. I don't own any yet, too, and I'm kind of regretting that. I should have put like a boatload into Orderly at the right time because it's a small perpetual DEX. It's likely to 10x. Let's be honest, right? Like a 5K investment in Orderly may become a really good deal at one point, right? You know, let me see here. Let me take a look at the spot action, right? Let's take a look here. Might start building a little position here in Orderly just while I have the chance. A DCA, like maybe a couple $5,000 at a time. They got a new compare feature. That's pretty cool. So let's take a look here. Order USD, right? On spot at 37. All right. Yeah, I mean, that looks like interesting to me. Let me take a look at it on the bigger time frame too. Let me take a look at it on the daily. Wow, oversold on the daily and getting a bounce too. Looks interesting to me for sure. Kind of a rising wedge though. I'm going to start building a position. I'm going to put $5,000 in there and into Orderly because, yeah, you know what I mean? Buy myself 13,000 Orderly. See if my order will fill, baby. I'll let that sit all day at 1338. They're trying to chase it above me right now. Man, I feel I got like cotton on my mouth from my sheets this morning. You ever happen to you? Like, I'm like, what the heck? Can they see my order down there now? I'm a whale there. I'm a $5 million whale. Look, 49999. Someone's got 3,000. Someone's got 25. But I'm the bigger order there. I'm the biggest order on the board right now. There's one guy right there at 4,000 behind me. All right. And I like watching to see my order. I never chase. Just wait for it to fill. It will likely fill. Just chill. All right. Don't chase, man. Let the limit order take. Become that. If you can become the maker, you pay less fees. All right. And the fees are very small here on MEXC when it comes to spot. I mean, they're so generous with spot. So I'll have to wait. Can I get my order, man? My order for order. Get it? Can I get my order? They called it order. I mean, pretty smart. Orderly. Like, I want to track my where's my order? Oh, man. And you wait patiently. This can, a lot of people can't. Look, there's a $5,000 order now. All right, there I am at the 499 level. People are front running me, right? You guys are going to front run me now. That's what you're going to do. So horrible, right? Stop fronting me. Let me get my price action. Come on now. That's why I can't tell people what I do. They think of the opposite. It's like, oh, it's great. No. I don't tell. Because then they front run me and I can't get my price action. You know what I mean? So I should have bought it before I did this. Come on, man. Can we get the clip? Can I get the clip, please? I usually just wait patiently. It'll clip at one point, right? But I definitely believe this is a good spot to be grabbing some Orderly. Previous support is resistance. Consolidated nicely. And even if I was draw down for a couple weeks, I just think if I stay in this for 6 to 7 months and perpetual DEXs go where they go, I don't see how Orderly doesn't make a bigger move to the upside, So anyway, we're about to go to breakfast, everybody. I'm just going to jump on out of here. But that was kind of your morning update for Bitcoin. You choose what you want to do. It looks likely like it's going to the downside. I may even just cut off my trade. I don't have to think about it for the day. I don't know, though. Look at that. It could turn into a fall. Look, here's the deal. We're in such a bullish time right now that you have to understand that anything is possible. And so at any moment, this could turn into like a falling wedge. Right? I love this track, man. I love these like mystique type of like make you think about life type of tracks, Oh, look, and then he's got the horn too. I mean, and then you can see Adam and Eve you can see Adam and Eve the other way. See, I can see a lot of things different ways. Yeah, that would be more of a spike, you see, like that. But bang. We could also rip, though. I'll take a shot. You know what I mean? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. So I have the capital to risk. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit and see where it goes. Did I get my order filled yet? For crying out loud, for orderly. They might make me just exchange, you know. What I do sometimes is I front run everybody now, and I just say, give me my price action. Because, like, I don't even care. So, look, I'll delete the order, right? And I'll just stomp on everybody. Like, give me my price action. Right? I'll just go above the order and just say, give it to me. Why is it changing? Right? Like, I'll go at 90 and clip me, and usually they'll fill me immediately. Yeah, that was filled immediately. See? So, bang. And you got to double check. Did you get your orderly? Yeah, I filled $5,000 in orderly. I mean, and we talked about orderly down here at 15. You should already have doubled up at this point. We were going over orderly before it even ripped. We knew about orderly. Anyway, it is what it is. But it's just getting started. The market cap's small. Understand this. It's a narrative right now, okay? And this is chasing. Look at Advantis. Look at another DEX that has substantial movement here. Lighter. And yes, you'd say, well, there's going to be other things coming out. I agree. And anything could happen. What if a DEX gets hacked? What if they don't come through and, you know, they fall off? It could happen. Anything is possible. But look at the market cap here for Advantis. 315, right? So there's a 3x right there for orderly if it gets that market cap. And then on top of that, you know you're also dealing with the market cap there of Aster. I mean, that was a different story with CZ, but I mean, it went up to 2 bill pretty fast. And Aster's hot right now. I still hold a bag of Aster. I bought a lot of Aster at 160, and I still hold it. I'm actually up right now on the Aster that I bought, right? So to make this clear, this looks bearish, but I'm staying bullish. I don't know why. My trader instinct did it the other day, and I was able to maintain. So let's take a look at Aster, and then I'm out of here for the day. All right. Shout out to all my peoples, man. Shout out to my channel sponsors. Shout out to Kinesis.money. Shows you how to make that money. I just want to show you Kinesis, man, because, man, there's nowhere else you can digitize your gold the way I see it at Kinesis.money. Yeah. Yes. Kinesis, man. Kinesis. I like Kinesis because I've been a gold guy for a long time. And you know what I mean? I've been a gold guy for a long time. So I just wanted to show you my Kinesis account and show you kind of what I can do with it. Because I got gold locked up. I got silver locked up. They're doing well. Like I do. I'm not saying I'm getting rid of them. I just want to make that clear. I'm not selling my gold. All right? I don't plan on doing that for any reason. But I wanted to put you guys on to something just, you know, organically here of what I'm doing. So as Bitcoin gets higher, I believe silver is could multiply. And my mind's saying, hey, that could be a really good offset. So when Bitcoin hits an all-time high or starts to rip, we could start to take some profits, you know, in altcoins and other things in the market. We could park them in Bitcoin, but we could also possibly park them here on silver, on a coin in silver. And if silver rips to 90, silver could rip in the bears when Bitcoin goes through a bear market. Silver could be ripping. Let's be honest. Like gold and silver might not have a bear market because Bitcoin has a bear market. Like they're not correlated completely. They pump together at different times. So my idea was to kind of maybe offset or be able to make some more gains by using this silver token on Kinesis. And so I've been slowly building just a little bit here and there, not a lot, but this is my idea. Now what you can do is you can earn with a metal back card. There's just so much going on, right? 10% back on the metal back card. And you can ship your gold to them. They'll give you the exact amount. They're audited, I think, 4 times a year each quarter. And they're, you know, amazing product, awesome place. The best place you can digitize your gold and silver. You can also buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, other altcoins. They have a velocity token that earns yield. It's pretty interesting. So find out more at Kinesis.money if you want to put your gold and silver to work and earn a yield on your gold. Right now your gold's sitting in a safe doing nothing, but you could earn a yield on that gold, which is pretty interesting. All right. All right there, everybody. So that's the day. I bought some orderly. Bitcoin's doing its thing. We talked about some exchanges, and yeah, it is what it is. I'm going to jump on out of here for the day. I love you. I appreciate you. I thank you. And enjoy your Saturday, or enjoy your Friday night if you're on the East Coast. Enjoy your Saturday if you're where I am in the world, Philippines, or in my time zone. It's a beautiful day to be alive. May God bless you all. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.